By early 2019, Autumn Vanessa Viola Prince was 18 years old, with her entire life ahead of her. She was described by her family and friends as a remarkable young woman who had a way of making everyone around her feel special. Known for her kindness and compassion, Autumn cherished spending time with her family and friends. She had a passion for travel, music, singing, writing, and baking. She also took delight in pampering herself by painting her nails, styling her hair, and indulging in shopping trips. With her infectious sense of humour, she loved to laugh and bring joy to others. Autumn had a special bond with her cousins, her stepfather, and her two younger brothers, who simply adored her. Originally from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Autumn moved to Broken Head, Ojibwe Nation, where she was placed in the care of her mother's cousin in Selkirk. Autumn resided there until 2017, when she made the decision to move back to Winnipeg to live with her mother, who had recently overcome addiction after struggling with it for several years. Autumn herself struggled similarly to her mother with on and off chemical dependency. On February 16th, 2019, Autumn visited her mother Gardina's house on Bannatyne Avenue. She ate and showered there before leaving to spend time with her friends, as she often did. The following evening, on February 17th, between 8 and 9 p.m, Prince's boyfriend arrived at her mother's residence in a distressed and intoxicated state. He was visibly injured and covered in blood. He recounted to Autumn's mother that they had both been attacked at a house party on Ross Avenue. However, he claimed to have no knowledge of Autumn's whereabouts after the incident. Telling her mother, quote, "I don't know," she left. Concern for Autumn's well-being grew more acute as each day passed with no sign of her whereabouts. Despite reaching out to her friends, none could provide any insight into her location, and her typically active social media accounts remained ominously quiet, a stark departure from her usual behaviour. Given Autumn's popularity and frequent online presence, her sudden disappearance prompted her loved ones to report her as missing on February 18th. Gardina Prince, unable to search herself due to caring for her two youngest children, cooperated with the police by suggesting potential search locations for her daughter. Unfortunately, their combined efforts failed to yield any results. Faced with this uncertainty, her family then took matters into their own hands the following day, only to be met with heartbreak. Shortly after 9 a.m. on February 19th, 2019, with the purpose of hanging missing persons posters and visiting Rossbrook House, a refuge for young people in the area, Autumn's mother, along with her 17-year-old sister and her boyfriend, made a tragic discovery. They found Autumn's lifeless body, curled up in the fetal position amidst the snow, nestled between a chain-link fence and a house on Ross Avenue in central Winnipeg. This location was just a few blocks from their family residence and not far from where a house party had taken place 3 days prior. The unforgiving winter temperatures had plummeted to minus 25 degrees Celsius, and Autumn, a mere 18 years old, was found without a coat or shoes, clad only in a purple tank top and black tights. Her family were left shattered, consumed by grief and a desperate need for closure. They attempted to reach out to the owners of the house where the party had occurred, hoping for some answers, but their efforts were met with silence as nobody answered the door. Gardina, Autumn's mother, grapples with the incomprehensible notion that her daughter remained unnoticed for at least 48 hours, especially considering that she and her family discovered her within mere minutes of searching. Reflecting on this, she expressed to CBC News, quote, "I can't see how people all day Monday did not see my daughter there. Someone could have helped my daughter. Someone could have just looked out of their window. Someone could have done that for my kid, and they didn't. It took us 10 minutes to find her. It took me and her sister and her boyfriend to find her, and it's traumatized us. Every time we close our eyes, she's there. That last image of her, the way we found her, is there. It's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. That image is always going to be there, and it's hard not to blame myself." The results of Autumn's autopsy have not been made public, leaving her cause of death undisclosed. As of now, the circumstances surrounding Autumn's death remain undetermined. On the day following the discovery of Autumn's body, a multitude of people congregated at a vigil near the alleyway on the 600 block of Ross Avenue to pay tribute to her memory. Among the attendees were her family, friends, classmates, and members of the community, who united to celebrate her life and spirit. They adorned a makeshift shrine with flowers, stuffed animals, and photographs of the 18-year-old, creating a poignant display of remembrance. Schoolmates fondly recalled Autumn as a cheerful and compassionate individual who had a knack for bringing joy and laughter to those around her. The news of her passing deeply affected them, leaving a profound impact on their hearts. In the wake of Autumn's tragic passing, the community remains deeply shaken, grappling with unanswered questions and the profound loss of a bright young soul. As her loved ones continue to seek closure and justice, they find solace in the outpouring of support and solidarity from those who gather to honour her memory. Although Autumn's presence may no longer grace the physical world, her spirit lives on in the cherished memories and enduring impact she leaves behind. Indeed, the unresolved circumstances surrounding the death of an 18-year-old woman leave a haunting void in the hearts of those who loved her and her community. The pressing questions of who committed this heinous act and what motives lay behind it weigh heavily on the minds of all involved. It's unknown exactly what approach police made to this particular investigation. Autumn's boyfriend turning up at her mother's residence covered in blood certainly seems a rather significant point of interest for authorities to look into. However, the exact steps they took in this investigation are publicly unknown. It is unclear whether the police ever visited the house where the party had occurred, whether they'd questioned the owners or anyone who attended the gathering that night. It is also unclear whether any arrests were ever made. Unfortunately, in this case, we are left with far many more questions than answers. If you possess any information regarding Autumn Prince's death, don't hesitate to contact Winnipeg Police Service at 204-986-6313. Your assistance could be crucial in bringing closure to this case and obtaining justice for Autumn and her loved ones.